Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So this reading is going to be in the Keke Palmer Darius Jackson situation. I wish I was doing a reading on Keke Palmer under better circumstances. I really wish. She is such a shining, beautiful light. Everyone loves Keke Palmer. You know, I had done a reading on Selena Gomez just recently, and she is almost on par or on level energy wise with what I had channeled on Selena Gomez's energy. Like these women, and there are men out there as well, but they are such shining, pure lights that by their mere presence, just by seeing them, they uplift you. And it takes a very special person of a very special high divine frequency to be able to do that. So when you see someone come in and try to dampen that light, whether it's justified or unjustified, whatever, but when you see someone come in and try to dampen that light, that is why everyone has such a visceral action to it, because whether we are consciously, unconsciously aware of it or not, it's something we can feel. You can feel the purity of someone's vibration frequency, and that is what you pick up with Keke, right? It's when I was channeling her message before this fallout where, he's come out and talking about what she could wear and what she can't wear, dampening someone's light and so on, this is just someone who's been a recent mother, enjoying her best life, but trying to tell her what she should be doing and what she ought not to be doing, and even doubling down on the message. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the fact that it's done, and we all know this, but the fact that it's done publicly as well, I think, in front of the world to see, is something that's not good also. I'm picking up also a sense of nausea with Keke. I may have said this before. In fact, I'm feeling my head at this point in time, I'm feeling very scatty, and I'm not feeling quite grounded in myself. And I feel that's how Keke is feeling, like everything's a blur. She's sort of disassociating from the situation is what I'm putting up as well, because this is such a public shaming with this world card that's so come out of left field. I feel that there is someone who has been displaced or is outside of their energy at the moment. Okay, thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What else? We'll just be looking at what the current energies are around this and what's happening in the background here. Knight of Wands. Yeah, what is the current energies around this? What's happening? You know what? She just turned up having a good time with this Knight of Wands. Beating the drums to the music, just having a really, really good time. She just turned up there with the purest of intentions, purest of emotions, just having a good time, really feeling herself, being in the moment, being in the flow, right? With that Knight of Wands. Dare I say, ushers the stallion in the background. And now that has turned into a Nine of Wands situation, where she's putting up her defenses and having her defenses up. Let's see what else is in this. Emperor. This is what I'm picking up with this Emperor energy and this Nine of Wands energy. This is actually Darius coming through. Now, given Darius's age, he is not an emperor, but he's exuding this energy and exuding this attitude and approach. I'm watching someone holding the chess piece here. And I'm happy all messages are alleged until proven fact, and I hope I'm wrong with this message, but it's as if he's been trying for a while. There was a lead up to this moment. This moment didn't just come out of the blue. There was a lead up to this moment. I'm seeing and I'm channeling with the chess piece. It was intentional for him to publicly shame her. I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands, like someone having their defenses sort of part way up, but not all the way up, and holding this flame above their heads. It's as if Keke was trying to protect something of herself. But with this Emperor, with this Darius energy next to her, with that chess piece, it's as if you had someone, because chess pieces talk about making moves, right? With a chessboard, you're making moves. So, and it's an Emperor energy. So this person has been making moves to either have control over her or to assert his point of view, assert his perspective, assert his way of doing things, however it resonates. However, for this to come up next to the Usher concert with the Knight of Wands, this is telling me that he possibly he had some point of view with this. For that controlling energy to come up next to the Usher, it's either that he didn't want her to go, or there was something regarding that was happening behind the scenes in the lead up to this. Now, question, for Keke to turn up to this event, was it work? You know, that she had to make an appearance or something like that? I'm just wondering with this World card here. Because World talks about putting on a show, putting on a performance, it's some publicity event or some publicity thing. So that's why I'm just wondering whether, oops, sorry about that. So that's why I was just wondering whether that was, you know, part work, part enjoyment, where there was an agreement with Usher, yeah, I'll turn up, do a thing, give you a shout out. You know, I'm wondering whether it had something to do with that. And he, with this Darius, with this Emperor control energy, did not want her to do that, or wanted to have a say in how that was going down or something along those lines. Let's Spirit guides, guardian angels, thank you for this reading, and please protect us and those viewing as we conduct this reading. May we be able to channel messages from the highest divine frequency that could help in this situation, and that could help give us spiritual lessons. What could we as a collective learn from this? May these messages come through in this reading. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Empress reverse. Ooh, guys, notice this Empress reverse. As I was doing that protection prayer for us in this reading, that Empress reverse has come over her Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. And it was reversed kind of sideways and is coming up next to the Emperor. You would have, look at this guys, look at this really carefully. It's the Empress and the Emperor. This should be Keke and this Darius, Empress and Emperor energy side by side. This should be them. But you have an Empress reverse and you have an Emperor upright. It's someone wanting, it's either wanting Keke to diminish her light, or passing judgment, or trying to control or define what a mother is, or what her Empress. I think it's even going beyond a mother, but trying to dictate or trying to control or have that influence over what that Empress energy should be. What I'm picking up with this is that Keke is playing small in this relationship and in this situation. She's playing small with this Empress reverse, like she's reduced herself. Please, everything's alleged until proven fact. And again, just under my deck, I have a Seven of Swords here. People know what my Seven of Swords is if you know my readings. Like, Seven of Swords is the worst card you can, in my opinion, that you can get in a deck. But in the context of this reading, and this Seven of Swords has come up next to the Emperor. And look, what did I say about someone playing themselves small? Look at her being curled up, literally physically reducing and shrinking yourself. This is what I'm saying. Whenever I tune into Keke's energy right now, I'm getting someone who is still in so much shock that they've disassociated from this situation. And as well, with this Seven of Swords that I'm getting as well, this move of putting it out and putting that message out there, I'm sorry guys, but he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. She's embarrassed. She's embarrassed and she's ashamed. And I know about relationships such as these. When someone makes a move such as this and makes something public to this extent, that didn't come out of nowhere. There was a build up to this point. Five of Swords. This is in terms of a relationship, and this isn't. So the Five of Swords, look at someone that is mental stress, mental anguish, someone with their hands up in the air, feeling helpless. It's like you can never win an argument. You can never please this person. You can never win an argument. You can never please this person. You can never do something right enough. Is that mental anxiety, like what do I do? What do I do? With that crow speaking in your head, you even begin to doubt yourself. I didn't even expect in doing this reading in terms of what's going on behind the scenes to be getting all of this. This is someone, there are many, you see, when you start using the term abuse, it's used so flippantly nowadays, but there are different types of abuse that you can get in relationships. Or even if it's bordering abuse, you can get financial abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. This is, but I wouldn't full out say it's abuse just yet. I would say this is like red, she's in red flags situation. I'm sort of saying and picking up that she began She only began to see these flags when it was too late. She was already pregnant. When these flags fully, she would have started seeing these red flags during her pregnancy. And she's been trying her best to, with the Nine of Wands, protect her sanity and make this work with the sort of fence building up, but still trying to keep herself and the sense of who she is intact. She's been working really hard to do that and trying to put a brave face on things. But this is someone who is starting to doubt themselves and starting to doubt their sanity, basically. You know, and this is someone who is a shell of themselves as well. And this is the energy I was picking up. She's a shell of herself right now. The poor girl's in such shock. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups and the Fool. Tower. Like, this was just something that came. Oh my goodness, these cards are singing. Tower and Two of Cups. She did not expect him to take it out publicly like this. That's what I'm saying. The woman is in shock. But he, so, you know when you get carried away with yourself? Like, he was so brimming with anger, frustration, rage. Like, you know when someone is spitting at the mouth, like she so wanted to get that last word, so wanted to get that control. Cut your nose off to spite your face. If I, you know, I'm happy to take myself down if I could take you down too. It's that sort of venom that he had in him. With this Tower moment, with that, you know, with Tower, you never see that electricity coming. And, you know, you are a tree growing. You think you're strong. You think you're, okay, yeah, you may have a few things growing on you. You're not completely solid. But then for that electricity to just come and break you in half like that, that is... And this is someone that you think is your ride or die, someone that you think you have a really strong bond with, someone that you want to, I'm picking up with this, develop a bond with even more. You know, she loves him. She feels that this person is, a family-oriented person. She feels this person is stable. I'm picking up security with this card as well. I'm picking up backbone with this card. Is the way she viewed him. There is something when it comes to relationships that I'm picking up with Keke that is a bit of an insecurity as well with her. I'm picking up I'm being intuitively told about an insecurity when it comes to relationships. And playing, I know I come back to this Empress reverse and playing yourself small, but it's as if the way Keke, and please, I'm happy to be wrong on this. Tell me in the comments. But what I'm channeling is that it's the way Keke was raised. Like, okay, I'm just going to say, the way she was raised is that a household is meant to look a particular way, a man is meant to have a particular role, a woman is meant to have a particular role, and she felt with him, he held those values and those beliefs. So she feels because he holds those values and beliefs, then he is her soulmate. But what I'm picking up with the cards, the fact that it comes under the Five of Swords, and the Emperor card, and the Nine of Wands, and the Empress, is that those values and beliefs that you may have grown up with, or you may have seen, or you're held to believe is the right way of doing things and having a family, what is coming up is that the thought of it and the concept of it, but the practicalities of it are two very different things. The practicality of it is just not working with the Two of Cups and the Empress reverse. Having this Tower next to the Two of Cups, this is the ultimate betrayal here, the ultimate betrayal and public embarrassment and humiliation from someone who really should have had. I'm not even seeing any emotion here. I'm just seeing full-on shock. Devil below the deck. Do you see that control, the strings in the hand? And again, notice the gold fibers in the hair. That's the crown chakra. That's the brain. That's the... dare I say, the thought and the concept of who the head, you know, like head of household, this, that. Now, I say all of these things, and I'm not saying that I have any particular point of view on this or not. I am just channeling the messages, okay? I'm not saying that at all. But when you have a concept as to, or a view, or an ideal as to what a family ought to be like, I'm seeing it. They're giving me the vision in my head. What I think is interesting here, you have someone who is very attractive, very alluring, very charismatic, very charming. Look at those eyes, and look at the hand, extending the hand, inviting you in. I could be your rock, I could be everything you need me to be. as long as I could control you. Notice the marionette strings. But notice this person here holding their head. And again, look at Keke here holding the head as well. There is, and once you're holding the head, there's a lot of doubt in yourself. There's a lot of gaslighting. There's a lot of manipulation. It's a lot of, I'm seeing the sky is blue, but I'm going to tell you the sky is purple, and I'm going to make you believe it, and I'm going to make you believe that sky is purple, and I'm going to make you doubt yourself until, yeah, and I'm just going to seep this into you little by little by little by little. I'm going to drip, 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 that gaslighting, control, and manipulation. This situation that's happened here to her, this is a godsend. We have the Hermit under the deck, like they're separated at the moment. I'm not seeing her staying in this situation at all. I'm seeing an 8 here in terms of this separation. I'm seeing an 8. Because this is not the first time this has happened to her. She has been, but she felt that she could have kept it behind closed doors. She didn't expect it to come out like this. And I remember, who did I do this reading about? Pretty Girl Music. Oh gosh, what's her name? Icy Girl. I can't remember her name, but I did a reading on her. You know, she was dating Quavo. I can't remember her name. And I respected her for terminating that relationship, because there's a lot of things that Black women, especially Black women in the public eye, in fact, all women really, but particularly Black women in the public eye, put up with. They always want to portray themselves. I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm this, I'm that. But behind closed doors in relationships and so on, it's not everything that they portray it to be. I don't want to make the blanket statement and say all, but for a lot of readings, in terms of how women are represented in the culture, a lot, and from a publicity point of view, I picked that up quite a lot. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see, like, a 2 of Cups. This is the person you love, and you're getting the devil next to them. Like, what? 2 of Cups talks about union. It talks about eventually marriage, and you're getting the devil next to them. It's having that confidence. What I'm picking up at this 2 of Cups as well, it's having that confidence to know that in your model of what a family ought to be like, you can adapt to that model to suit who you are and the person that you are. You don't have to go after an ideal, right? Of a woman being submissive or a man being submissive. You know, the ideal is both could stand in their own right. The Moon. There is a lot more to this than meets the eye. He is going to, with this Knight of Swords, he's going to try to come back and fix this. He's going to try and come back and fix this. I'm looking at, especially with the 7 of Pentacles, he's going to want to try and fix this. With the 7 of Cups, he's just trying to figure out how to do it, what route to use, but that's also what's happening in the background. He's going to want to come in and try and fix it. Dare I say, he may also be asking for alimony as well. I'm not sure what their money situation is, but I'm picking up on that. I'm not seeing this situation lasting though. He's going to try and come in and fix it, but I've seen the Hermit, I've seen the 8 of Cups, I'm now seeing the 10 of Swords, we have the Fool here, which is new beginnings as well. She's not sticking around with this. She's not sticking around with this whatsoever. She's not sticking around with this whatsoever. And I think from the fallout of this, with the 7 of Pentacles, what they're showing me here, especially with the 7 of Pentacles and the Fool, what he did could potentially be messing up her money as well. Because Keke has a particular brand. So when someone's acting a fool, when you're trying to grow your I'm being told the word generational wealth. When you're trying to grow your generational wealth as well, and you think somebody's understanding, and you come out with something like this, is also having the maturity to understand, this is my brand, this is my work. You can't go out public with something like this. That's also another message that's coming through. So this is like a 10 of Swords is someone, you know, is, oh my God, you know what? I'm seeing the 10 of Swords. Look at this. It's the Devil, the 10 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. With the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, look, it's just her back, walking away from the situation, and here he is, stretching out his hand to call her back in, and she's just like, If she doesn't do it right away, I'm seeing she would eventually do it. This is 8 to 10 days, weeks, or months. She would eventually do it. She would eventually walk away from this situation, because it's also the fallout. Oh, thank you, Spirit Guides. Spirit Guides also drawing me to the fact that it's interesting that she's released the t-shirts and she's done all of that and not addressed the situation directly. Not addressing the situation directly, she's a consummate professional. She knows how this game works. She is about her money and it's about her brand as well. So that's why she hasn't come out fully and addressed it just yet. It's about protection of that brand. And that's what I'm seeing with the Seven of Pentacles. And it's someone acting foolish. It's cutting off your nose to spite your face, not understanding that my brand and my money is keeping, it's not even my brand and my money keeping a roof over your head, which is what I've seen some people say online. It's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of her as a woman having worked from childhood to establish herself, and you come out with, just because your ego is bruised, you've come out with something silly like this and so unexpected. The brand that I've taken all this time to curate, really? I would be, I'm happy to, well, I think that there is something about family and culture needing to evolve and understanding that because for you to stand in that, they're giving me a message about being so, you're grounding in that traditional, Spirit Guides want me to clear something up with the Eight of Swords under the deck. They want me to clear something up. Eight of Swords, Hangman. Okay, they want me to clear something up here, and it's a statement that I had made earlier. When you have traditional values, there is nothing wrong with traditional values. It's up to you however you want your household to look like, right? So whether it's the man being head of the household, the woman being submissive, both people being equal partners, or some partner would be the head in one situation, another partner being the head in another. Whatever you want that framework or setup to be, so be it, right? Spirit Guides wanted me to clear that up. However, if you want to perpetuate a particular model because you feel that model works, but you're using low vibration or undermining means to assert that is where the problem is. And that is what Spirit Guides wanted me to clear up. So if you are either gaslighting or showing or exhibiting narcissistic tendencies, as we can see with this Eight of Swords, to try to purposely confuse someone, tie someone up, to force them in that submissive role, that is where the problem is. And that is what Spirit Guides wanted me to say with some women in the culture that want to portray themselves as being this, that, and the other. Behind closed doors, there are these relationships with their significant other where there is still that wanting someone to be submissive. I hope I'm making sense with that. Because we see that Eight of Swords and the Hangman. This relationship, I feel with this Hangman, this relationship had really stalled. I'm sorry, I'm picking that up. I hope I'm wrong. But it was her wanting to put her best foot forward on this, with this Hangman. But what I'm also picking up with this Hangman as well, it's that it's wanting to move forward with something, but you feel in your gut is not really right. And that's what I'm saying. During her pregnancy, Keke with the Empress reverse began seeing those red flags. And it's as if with this situation coming up, notice this Hangman, like she was feeling those red flags, didn't know what to do about it. She felt tied up, didn't know which way to go. And with this situation, notice this light is as if in this sense of stasis and this not knowing where to go, how to turn, this has made her see the light. With this Hangman, this has cleared everything up for her. This has cleared everything up for her. And at the bottom of it is, it's a matter of putting yourself first. It's loving yourself and putting yourself first, making sure your cup is filled up. And I'm hearing for her and her son, that is where your attention, Spirit Guides are saying that's where her attention ought to be, and that is where she is focusing now. Okay, anything else what's coming up in the future? What's coming up in the future? Anything on the horizon for Keke and so on regarding this? Judgment. Temperance. Ooh, interesting. is coming in to sort of play mediator. I'm hearing. Someone is coming in to play, or a group of people are wanting to come in to play mediator. What I'm picking up here, especially with this temperance energy, you know, I want to come in, and temperance is all about negotiating, opening up, seeing your point of view, you seeing mine. It's about that. I'm not sure whether at this point with the Seven of Wands, that, and with the head turned and in that prayer position, whether Keke is open to that right now. But there is something about a number of people, this could be families, as you see all the polls, this could be different family members and so on, wanting to come in and play mediator between them. I see an eventual walking away, as I said before, but I'm not sure whether it's going to happen right now. What Keke is concerned, oh my God, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure whether her walking away is going to happen right now with this Two of Swords. She doesn't know what move she's going to make. It's interesting with Keke being shown like this. I would not have guessed from her. Keke has come up as Eight of Swords. Look at that energy. Keke is the Eight of Swords here. Keke is coming up as the Two of Swords here. She's also coming up as the Empress reverse as well. This is so sad to see someone who has such a high vibration light. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers, please, if there's anything that you take away from this reading, I don't care whether you agree with me with what I'm picking up or not, that's irrelevant. But please, please do not ever, ever get into a relationship, situationship, friendship, anything ending with a ship that involves another person. If they have you being in this energy, where you're the Eight of Swords, you're tied up, you're the Five of Swords, you're the Two of Swords. If anyone has you like in this position where you don't know which way is up, they are not the person for you. Not the longer you spend in this situation, the harder it's going to be to get back to your own divine light. Somebody is an energy vampire here. And this is what Keke is ultimately concerned about. Like her public persona, her public brand that she has taken so long to build. This person, just because he got in his feelings and because he wants that control, he's like put a dent in the brand. Like he has dented the value of the brand. I'm not seeing this lasting at all. I'm not seeing this lasting. And it's interesting, yeah. And final messages. So we know that people are involved trying to negotiate. Yeah, what was I just saying? Five of Pentacles, that's exactly what I was just saying about. That is what I was saying about the monies and the brand. That is what Keke is looking at as well, more than anything. This is her public persona. She's ashamed. She's trying to put on a brave face on things, but she is ashamed. Like people would say all publicity is good publicity. And oh yeah, under the deck, look, we have the Two of what's this? Two of Wands, where you have the World here. She is part way. Do I move? Do I stay in this? Can I make this work? Should I not? But she's also taken into consideration with this world, public perception of her. She wants to know the extent to which he has damaged her image, her brand, basically, simply because of ego. Could you? I feel for her. Like when I was channeling, I think I said this at the beginning, I can't remember, but when I was channeling, I began to feel nauseous for her. Like she is taking this. She may seem very cool, calm, and collected in terms of, isn't she lovely, singing to her baby boy, but she is, no, I'm not picking that up with the cards. Six of Swords, again, this is moving on. Moving on. This is what she wants to do. Notice that she has her suitcase here, the coat is on, she's in the boat. The crows are pulling, like she is ready to go. And remember I talked about red flags, red cloak. There were red flags in this situation earlier o'clock. This is not, oh sorry guys, this is not the first time this has happened, but she's surprised that he would go to this lengths. Chariot. I'm seeing she is not staying in this. I don't think she's staying in this situation. I really don't feel so. I don't think so. And final messages, spirit guides are just confirming what I was talking about. But again, I don't feel she's going to stay, but we're getting some indecision here. She's still at this point in time trying to figure things out. So, but I am getting, she's still trying to figure things out, but I am getting eventually she's going to leave him between 8 to 10 weeks. 8 to 10 days, weeks, or months. Those are the timelines that I'm being given. But at the moment, she is indecisive, but she is leaning towards leaving him, number one. Number two, to wrap up this reading, spirit guides have drawn me back again because they're saying that there are a few in the collective who would be watching this reading who need to hear this message. We have a Page of Swords, we have a Six of Cups. This is again drawing my attention to one's upbringing and what an ideal family situation is going to be. So with the Six of Cups, it's talking about history and historically how things were done. And it's talking about in the collective needing to mature, needing to adapt, needing to evolve. That's why this person, so you're using the ideas of the past, yes, but as you move from one piece of land and as you move along the tightrope to the other, you are adapting with the times, you're moving with the times, you're evolving, you're progressing, you're moving on and moving forward, right? It's not just sticking with the ideas of the past because you believe, okay, this is what a family or this is what a household or this is what a relationship should look like. It's a matter, yes, you could use those ideas as a foundation, you could take the good elements of those, but adapt it to who you are and make it suitable to you and your situation. Spirit guides have brought this up again because they wanted me to drill that point home. And many times this historical or traditional family structure and framework, I'm going to leave on this note, but too many people are using it as an excuse. Not everyone, but few are using it as an excuse to perpetuate unhealthy relationship dynamics. Not everyone, but a few. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think of this reading below, and I'll see you guys in future readings. Bye for now.